She stood quietly at the edge of the luxury boutique, clutching a small velvet pouch in her hand. Her coat was thrifted, her shoes scuffed, and her hair tied back with a faded ribbon. No one noticed her at first. Not until she gently placed a handmade pendant on the marble display counter, right beside rows of dazzling diamonds and gleaming designer gold. The laughter came quickly. One of the boutique's junior designers, sharp-suited, dripping with ego, barely glanced at the piece before scoffing. "That's cute," he smirked. "Did you make this at summer camp?" Others chuckled. Someone behind the counter muttered, "Maybe the flea market is down the street." She didn't flinch. She simply smiled, nodded politely, and turned to leave. But one person didn't laugh. A silent woman in the corner, dressed head to toe in black with a clipboard tucked beneath her arm, followed her with her eyes. And later that evening, without anyone noticing, she retrieved the pendant from the backroom trash bin where it had been tossed. That night, the simple woman, once homeless, once invisible, sat alone in her small apartment above a bakery. The walls were bare, save for an old sketch tacked above her work table. A symbol. A design. One she had been working on for years. One she swore had meaning only she understood. What they didn't know, what no one in that boutique could have imagined, was that this pendant was made from recycled metal from a hidden cache of rare pre-war jewelry, melted down and reforged with painstaking precision. The design, a blend of ancient symbology and mathematical geometry, contained secrets encoded in its pattern, the kind of secrets collectors and historians would pay millions for if they only knew how to see. But she wasn't ready to reveal that yet. The boutique moved on. Flashy designers posted reels of their latest collections, hashtags like #luxury-jewels and #Met-Gala-ready flooding their feeds. And yet, deep within the folds of Fashion Week planning, an anonymous submission began circulating among elite stylists. A pendant. Strange. Unbranded. Intriguing. No one knew where it had come from. But one A-list actress, prepping for her red carpet moment at an international awards gala, saw it and paused. "This one," she whispered. "It tells a story. I want this." When she stepped onto the red carpet, flanked by cameras and flashing lights, the pendant glinted at her throat, a modest piece compared to the extravagance around her, yet utterly magnetic. Fashion blogs went into overdrive. What's that pendant? Who designed it? Minimalist magic or hidden meaning? Overnight, the pendant went viral. Reddit threads exploded with theories. Some claimed it held sacred geometry. Others pointed to its uncanny resemblance to ancient relics stolen during wartime. Theories ranged from secret societies to encrypted maps. One post, since deleted, claimed it matched a long-lost piece from a royal collection, one that vanished during a mysterious fire decades ago. The boutique that had once mocked her? Now frantically scouring their records to figure out who had left behind the pendant. They found nothing. But deep in the city's quieter corners, the simple woman was already working on something new. She never posted online, never responded to interview requests, never trademarked her work. Yet pieces bearing her hidden signature, an unnoticeable mark woven into the metal, began appearing in unexpected places. An heirloom auction in Paris, a minimalist art gallery in Tokyo, the clasp of a bracelet gifted to a tech CEO on her IPO night. All from different creators. All impossible to trace. Because she didn't want credit. She wanted whispers. Curiosity. Questions. She wanted the world to look closer. Back at the boutique, the same designer who had once laughed at her now spent sleepless nights trying to replicate the pendant's allure. But no matter how many high-end stones he used, none of his pieces sparked that same obsession. None could match the raw emotion, the mystery, the sense that the pendant meant something. It wasn't just jewelry. It was a message. But what message? That was the game she played. Some speculated she was wealthy beyond imagination, slowly releasing lost treasures into the world as part of a personal puzzle. Others believed she was a forgotten heiress, reclaiming her family's legacy through art. A few insisted she didn't exist at all, that the simple woman was a myth crafted by a group of rogue artisans. The truth? She watched them all wonder, All chase, all guess. But she never confirmed, never denied. One evening, in a dim-lit cafe, a stranger approached her. He didn't mention pendants or designs. He simply said, "Your story changed my life." She looked up, eyes soft, and replied, "It hasn't even started yet." If this story left you questioning what's hidden behind simplicity, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. What secret do you think the pendant holds? Because sometimes, the quietest creations spark the loudest echoes. And the one they overlooked? She planned it that way.